Hi, John Kavakis here for My Take. Today we're going to be taking a look at Goldvarg's 1962 Oldsmobile Dynamic Fiesta wagon. Now, the Dynamic 88 series in Oldsmobile had been around for quite some time. By 1961 they came out with the 5th generation of Dynamic 88s. Total redesign, all new, fresh, a little bit shorter than the 60 models. The excesses of the 50s were over. They were coming out with what I thought were cleaner designs. It was a little shorter, all new chassis, coil springs instead of leaf springs. Pretty sophisticated for 1960. It came with a 394 cubic inch V8 with a 2-barrel carburetor. It produced 250 horsepower, but with the 4-barrel carburetor, and they had this special name for it. It was the Ultra High Compression Skyrocket V8. I just love those names from the 50s and 60s. That produced 325 horsepower. Mid-year through the 1961 year, they came out with the Starfire, which was a top-of-the-line, full-boat luxury convertible. So in 1962, there was a facelift. Bill Mitchell got involved. He didn't like those skegs that were at the rear quarter panels of the 61 model, so he removed them. For whatever reason, they remained on the station wagon. The rear end of the station wagon for 1962 looked very similar to the rear end of the 61, but the grille was all different. So there was a horsepower bump, some more new equipment. They retained the power steering, which was the Rotomatic power steering. They retained the power brakes, which were the pedal ease power brakes. Again, you got to love the names. The car had a top speed of 124 miles an hour, which at the time was pretty respectable. 0 to 60, 8.3 seconds, 16.8 seconds in a quarter mile. Did all that on 10.7 miles per gallon, but who cared about gas back then? It was 29 cents a gallon, and things were going really well. So the color of this model is provincial white over Wedgwood mist blue. And it's a beautiful model. I want to talk to you about this for just a second, because some people have mentioned the fact that there was no Starfire station wagon, and no, there wasn't. And you know, a lot of people want their models to be built off an actual car. There is an actual car out there. Somebody put the Starfire trim on their wagon, and it looks pretty good. So this is a model of an actual car, but I gotta tell you something, you know, we all have different motivations for collecting. For some of us, it's got to be exactly like the factory did it, or we're not happy. I understand that. For me, my motivation is collecting a well-made model, and if it happens to be modeled on a car that actually exists, well, I'm just fine with that. So you know, if your goal is to have precision model miniatures, this is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. So let's take a look at the car. We'll put it on the stand here and take a close look at it. First thing I want to mention is the colors. Goldvarg always does a great job on the colors. The paint is lustrous, it's deep, it's fantastic. The detail on this car is near phenomenal. The badging is almost microscopic. You got to look at it with a magnifying glass to be able to read the letters, but once they're magnified, you can read the script. It's incredible. The chrome trim on the side, the trim around the windows is to scale and excellent. It is photo etched, but it looks very dimensional. The grille is fantastic. The chrome is deep and lustrous. Lensing in the front and in the back is just beautiful. Again, and you take a look at the back of the tailgate, that incredible badging, the Oldsmobile logo on the tailgate, the medallion on the top, the script on the side is just absolutely incredible. And you know, I've been hard on wheels on the Goldvargs. These wheels look great. They're deep. There's no blackwash in there, but they are fantastic replicas of the rear wheels. And the interior is amazing. You know, you shine a light on the dash and you can see all the gauges, all the trim in there. The steering wheel is an exact replica of the 1/1 steering wheel. The seats are authentic. They look fantastic. They've got the fold-down seat in the back, folded up. You can see everything, and the side windows are down. so you can see inside the car and appreciate all of this detail. It's a fantastic model. So let's go to the 5-star rating on this. You know, the fidelity, you know, I put the calipers to it. It's an exact 1/43. I'm giving it a 5. They've captured the image of the car perfectly. Trim, lensing, badging, 5. The color, 5. Interior detail, 5. Wheels and tires, 5. And value at $99 from Goldvarg, 5. And let me tell you something about this value issue here. When you take a look at the box on a Goldvarg, on the very back of it, it says, General Motors trademarks used under license to the Goldvarg collection. Now, Sergio Goldvarg gets licenses for all of his cars. And he has managed, and you know, those licenses are expensive. But the man does business with integrity. I'll give him credit for that. And that makes his profit margin significantly slimmer because the licenses are so expensive. But he wants to bring value to his customers. You know, if you've ever had any interaction with him, he's a collector. He understands our passion. He understands cars. He's a car guy to the bone. And this is a service he offers, and he's been holding the prices on this. So when I talk about value at $99, this really is an incredible value. And that brings our 5-star rating up to 30 points out of 30 points. I tried hard to find something wrong with this car and was just unable to do it. So it gets a 5-star rating. So that's Goldvarg's 1962 Oldsmobile Dynamic Fiesta wagon. Hey, thanks for spending some time with me. I'll be back to see you again soon.